Number 10. Sanji vs. Queen. One Piece. Although Sanji's entire fight with Queen the Plague is fantastic, the finale is what we'll be discussing. Given his chivalrous nature, Sanji is infuriated that Queen attacks a female bystander. His rage, along with his newly awakened physical enhancements, allows his fiery Diable Jambe ability to go even hotter, turning his leg blue. Using the newly minted Ifrit Jambe, Sanji kicks the Beast Pirate's All-Star repeatedly in a stunning animated sequence that sends Queen flying. It's not every day you see a pirate chef with his leg on fire pummel a cyborg dinosaur. Number 9. Jolene Ora Ora's Lang Wrangler. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Jolene Cujo delivers plenty of punch barrages during her time as the resident JoJo. She is her father's daughter after all, but our pick goes to her finishing blow to Lang Wrangler. In addition to being a contender for having the most impractical outfit in JoJo, which is really saying something, nice. Wrangler has a stand jumpin' jack flash that proves tricky to deal with. Basically, it can remove gravity. However, after reinstating its effects, Wrangler gets pushed towards her, allowing Jolene to honor her Joestar heritage by aura-oraing him. A flurry of blows send Wrangler into the laundry, like the jeans his name sounds like. Number 8. Geld Rex Shogo. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Shogo was reincarnated as a cocky bully, though he was probably one to begin with. When everyone's favorite orc, Geld, proves too much for him, Shogo even kills and takes the power of his comrade Kirara. His newly acquired skill gives him incredible regeneration. Geld decides to put it to the test and proceeds to beat Shogo into the ground while using his corrosive skill to eat away at Shogo's body as fast as he can regenerate, keeping him constantly in pain. Far from making him invincible, Shogo's new power only lets him survive to take more punishment from Geld. Beware the gentle giants. Number 7. Mikey destroys Kazutora. Tokyo Revengers. The confrontation between the Tokyo Manji and Valhalla gangs leads to plenty of fights, but few are as one-sided or brutal as this one. Kazutora insists that either he or Mikey has to die, and Mikey insists it to be Kazutora with his fists. Feelings have run high between both of them, with the death of Keisuke and Mikey's brother Shinichiro hanging over the fight. We say fight, but it's really just Mikey doing his best to beat Kazutora to death. Honestly, we have to give Kazutora props for surviving long enough for Takemichi to break it up. Few can take Mikey's punches and get up afterwards. Number 6. Orange Piccolo vs. Gamma 2. Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Poor Piccolo. The Namekian's power-ups just don't get the same recognition as the Saiyans do. It's probably the lack of hair. But during his battle with the misguided android superhero Gamma 2, Big Green finally gets his due by going Big Orange. Piccolo's sweet new transformation turns plenty of heads, and when Gamma 2 tries to initiate a beatdown of his own on the newly awakened Piccolo, the Namekian simply decks number 2 into the ground with one punch. In fairness to Gamma 2 though, he's new. He doesn't know it's a bad idea to attack a Dragon Ball character right after a new transformation. Number 5. Mash Sieves Carpaccio. Mashle, Magic and Muscles. In Mash Burn Dead's many battles against magicians, the blank-faced protagonist delivers plenty of beatdowns. But one of the strangest happens when he steps in to save his buddy Finn from Carpaccio. The unfeeling mage can redirect pain from himself onto his opponents, thanks to a goddess statue that appears behind him. While his self-inflicted stab wounds put Mash on the back foot at first, Mash eventually decides to just punch Carpaccio a bunch, enduring the blows thanks to his ridiculously muscular body. As if that wasn't absurd enough, Mash then bends his wand into a tennis racket and serves projectiles at the statue until it shatters. Tennis is called the sport of kings, and this is a royal beatdown. Number 4. 100 punches. Vinland Saga. Usually when someone is beaten bloody, they're the loser. But not Thorfinn. To protect the farm where he's made friends, Thorfinn wishes to meet with Canute. To bargain for a chance to meet the king, Thorfinn bets that he can withstand 100 punches from Drott. The once violent and now pacifistic young man is used to getting hit, and so, despite being pummeled and his face swelling up like a balloon, he's able to withstand the blows. By the end of it, it's Drott who's out of breath. Thorfinn has no enemies because literally everyone is impressed by what a boss he is. Number 3. Kenji Cuts Loose. Bungo Stray Dogs. He may look like an innocent farm boy, but Kenji is phenomenally strong. That said, Techo, the hunting dog, initially appears to be more than a match for Kenji. However, when Kenji learns that Techo's comrade Teruko intends to capture and torture his friend, well, let's just say you wouldn't like Kenji when he's angry. With no restraint on his strength and bearing a berserk terrifying face, Kenji sends Techo flying. Techo's punches do basically nothing now, and he ends up stuck in concrete with Kenji poised to kill him. Kenji may come to his senses, but it's a brutal beating while it lasts. Number 2. Daddy Nanami. Jujutsu Kaisen. Haruto Shigemo is one of the most despicable minor antagonists in this show. A sadistic killer, he preys on the weak and vulnerable, and just when it seems like Nobara and Akari are about to become his victims, Daddy Nanami arrives.
Nanami-san.
Already furious at seeing what Shigemo did to Ichichi, Nanami wastes no time in punching them and demanding information. Shigemo takes multiple fatal blows and only survives thanks to his technique, which averts those. While it's not the biggest or bloodiest beating in Jujutsu Kaisen, it's one of the most satisfying, in more ways than one for some people. You know who you are. Number 1. Baki embarrasses Muhammad Ali Jr. Baki. Ever since his debut, Muhammad Ali Jr. seems destined to clash with Baki. He makes moves on Baki's girlfriend and picks fights with half of Baki's friends. Granted, he gets wrecked by all of them.
究極の完全決着
But after building himself back up and reaching peak form again, Junior faces Baki in the underground arena. It doesn't go well. Baki knocks him down in one hit to the jaw. Then, after Junior gets up, he receives a kick between the legs and gets choked out. If the greatest himself hadn't stepped in, his bloodline would have ended right there. Baki leaves Ali Jr. a weeping, broken mess after the fight. Yujiro must be so proud of his boy. Is there a punishing pummeling that we forgot about? Serve up your favorites in those comments below.